is coming out soon. But I can't wait to hear what this young lady has for us today. Rosemary, will you come up and bless this mic?
I just wanted to say that last poem was very powerful. Thank you for that. So my first poem that I'm going to do is called I Cannot Be, and it's literally like what I would say if my abuser was in the room. It's been 3 years since I left town with my children, and I have not saw him since. So if he was in the room, that's what I would say. In this door? I get it. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, this poem is called I Cannot Be. I cannot be in the same room as you and not get my lick back. I cannot sleep in the same bed as you and not want to kick your, hey, I'm not gonna say it. But it's crippling to remember how unrelentingly you punched me last night, yet tonight you still want dinner? I cannot share stories back and forth with my friends. You see, they gossip about funny things, annoying habits, and well, I have nothing funny to share. It would be entertaining to share with them how you burnt the inside of my thigh when I told you I didn't want to get high. It would be hilarious if I told them that you threw me on the ground and kicked me when you found out I went to my sister's house. It would be gossip to let them know that you threw plates of food at my face every time your plate was too cold. It would be even funnier to tell them that most nights you stayed out until after 3 a.m. Then you crawl back in bed with me, expect head, sex, and a late night meal. Then have the nerve to get mad at me if the inside of the food was cold when I reheated the dinner in the microwave. As though it was my fault you let another woman keep you out past dinner. Now my face is target practice for your plate? Yeah, for me, that would be devastating. I would not only have to come into agreement that we had a toxic love, but sharing my horror stories would cause my friends to tell my family, and well, that would end in the shedding of blood. I kept your secrets to protect you, despite how taunting your actions were to me. I kept quiet to honor you, despite how dishonorable your kicks and punches were to my body. I told no one to keep you alive, although every encounter I had with you killed me a little more inside. I hated going home, yet I was not comfortable away because a battered woman is a magnet for questions, and I was too busy trying to mask the pain. So I stayed home to let my bruises heal. I stayed home that time you broke my jaw. I stayed home when you hit my daughter in the face with the belt. Her lips split so bad even I wanted to call the DCS. I was so scared that you would kill me. It seemed easier to just let you abuse me. I had fear that you would take my kids. It seemed smarter to allow you access. I had emotional damage from the times you said I was too fat, too ugly, and too dumb. You really had me thinking that you was the only one who would show my undesirable self some love. Had me thinking I was mid when I was really that top. But you were so used to consuming all the drugs that my dope was not good enough to get you out. Yet after I left you, I realized the devil is a lie. More men offer to drink my bathwater than birds fly in the sky, I'm just saying. I've been approached by some desirable men, and if I'm being honest, women too. You had me scared to move on when in reality the only one who should have been scared was you. You see, abusing me was a game for you. You thought I'd never win. But now I'm out of town, growing my faith and seeing the glow to my skin. Not bothered by your animalistic antics. You no longer live rent-free in my head. Now you're addicted to being jailbait. I wonder if you forcefully penetrate your cellmates like you did me. Because you go to jail way too often for someone who is being entertained. I've never been to jail, but I could only imagine the new friends you must have made. You see, you always kept a stone-faced facade, but judging by the way you handle women, I can tell that there's a real, female dog that lives within. I'm not bitter. I don't hate you. I just cannot forget the day that you almost killed me. Days. Because I recall far too many. Like that time you cocked your Glock and aimed it at my temple. Then told me we were playing Russian roulette. Then you handed the gun to my 1-year-old son. God, I really could have been dead. I've never been the type to get my lick back, but I've always been the type to speak. So my novel, Faith.Family.Freedom, the RosieXperience, not only unmasks the narcissistic demons inside of you, but it gives a bird eye view of the growth God has led me to. I no longer cry when I hear your name. Seeing your message request no longer taints my day. I realize that you're just a broken boy and I have outgrown my pain. So I pray that God delivers you. I pray He sets you free, because if you're doing women and children even half as dirty as you did me, you might not live to see 30. Not everybody is as submissive as me. Some women carry a concealed weapon. Some may call their homeboys and their daddy. You lucked up when you chose me. That's the only reason you still have a chance to breathe. So don't you spin the block again talking about I miss my family, because my response will forever be, if you're referring to me and my kids, Negro what family? Thank you.
Yeah.